Oh, hey there, this is Edward Kranz, the Honey Badger Binder of BookForge. And I just realized you were watching me mouth a bunch of words without audio. So I've now hit the audio button.
It's a work in progress, folks.
It's a work in progress, yeah. I'm a bookbinder, I'm not a techie. Well, okay, never mind. So today on BookForge Live, I'm going to be working a couple different projects. I have a couple Animal Farm books that I need to finish casing in. I'm going to be working on this clamshell box, which I will bring over here because that's the next thing I'm going to do for a client's family Bible. So it's a good sized box. I've got the trays made, upper and lower, and the next thing I'm going to do is build the case for it. So that's what's going on here. If this is your first time tuning in to BookForge Live, this is pretty much a Candid stream. I'm going to be working on the workbench. I probably won't be talking to you too much. I may narrate a little bit, especially because I only have the one camera set up, so you've got that angle, and then you have my above desktop camera, but we usually have a third one set up. Yeah, so sit back, relax. What you didn't hear me say earlier was get yourself some water, maybe some lemon cookies, and enjoy. All right, thank you. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, criticisms, if you want to troll me, that's what the comments are for. We live for that kind of shit. So feel free to whatever you want down in the comments, but come on, let's be reasonable. So this is streaming on YouTube directly to Patreon. YouTube, I generally will turn my live sessions over to the public a few days to a week later. This obviously will always be available here on Patreon. So if you want to come back later and watch it, you want to go eat your cookies, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, the other thing I did when I was just mouthing stuff, Bill Driver is joining us today. He is here to help out a little bit. Hi-oh. He's working on a project called Brodeur, Secret Squirrel Project, which we'll get into a little bit later. My mother is also here. She just finished her cookies, and now she's bowing down on a slice of pizza. She's also working on some paper repair on an old medical journal that we're going to rebind for a client. We're taking a really thick medical journal, we're going to put it into 2 different volumes. So she's going to do the paper repair. So you might see that a little bit later on today too. And my desktop is a mess. I would like to point out that how I do things is not necessarily the right way of doing it. It's not the best way. It's not the only way. It's not the wrong way either. There's more than one bindery out there, more than one school of thought. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So I have a board glued up, laminated to twice the thickness of the boards that I'm using. I'm going to go see who pinged the big ping. Nothing exciting. So if you're wondering what I'm gluing this up with, gluing it out with, whatever, this is a 50-50 mixture of wheat paste and PVA. A little bit loose for my liking, but so I tried starting this little company called Brodeur a couple years ago, right before I had my heart attack, and essentially it was to make affordable beard oils, balms, butters that were not the regular scents that you would normally get at your local drugstore. I wasn't a huge fan of what I was smelling. So I made my own scent profiles, and I started making my own beard oil. And of course, like everything else, I decided to make a business out of it. And then the heart attack happened, and life happened, etc. And so now, the animal farm is coming to its end. Bill and I are going to rejuvenate Brodeur, get it ready for this fall beard season, and beyond. Eventually we're going to go beyond beard oils, balms, butters, and eventually Brodeur is just going to cover men's products in general. And the whole idea is, the scent profiles we're using are going to be, whiskeys and smoke and more manly scents, than, let's say, Brad Pitt sandalwood. So we'll eventually evolve into deodorant, shampoos, body washes, etc. for people who don't want commercial smelling stuff. I'm not saying that commercial smelling stuff is bad. I'm just saying that some people don't want that. I don't like to smell perfumey or chemically.
No.
Right? So Loki wants to be the star. We have Loki, the snow dog, who's a German Shepherd. And we have Rain, who's a puppy. She doesn't know what kind of dog she is yet. But Rain is currently torturing Loki, which is awesome. No, I said I wasn't going to talk to you guys too much, but tough. I know I'm probably working off the peripheral of my overhead camera. I'll slide over here in a minute. I have too much junk on my desk. I need to clean off. Bill's full. See? Even Rain agrees.
Fuck Bill.
I know it may seem silly to remove, but the mat is so textured that when I press things down, it puts texture into the items that I don't want. They're different size. Yeah, as long as they don't ID you.
Have you ever been ID?
Oh, not a picture on it. Yeah, please don't. There's a background hum on the microphone. I apologize. We're running a fan and an air conditioner because it is hot. It's Hades in here. I get too much stuff on my desk. I get frustrated, so I have to reset every once in a while. I can't hear you.
You want me to put, stretch it out and put it around here before I leave? Do you want me to put me in the fan?
No, I hate the pen. Thank you for asking, though. I appreciate it.
I'll be back as quick as I can.
No worries. Enjoy. Drive safe. Good book, Bob. Good book, Bob. Oh, puppy. It's okay. Your mommy will be back. Oh. I know. Hi. So you guys saw before, this is Rain. She's getting big. Big puppy. Ah! Oh, puppy jealous. Alright, put you back down the floor. Are we rich yet?
Yes.
Sweet.
Mostly. Yeah.
What's that?
Mostly just self-confidence and pain sweat. But
That's something.
it is something.
many bottles we have total? More than I thought. So I'll kind of show you what Bill's been working on. Brodeur was a concept I came up with years ago, as I mentioned. And so this is Brodeur's Gentleman's Club. And we've got one called Silent Monk. So Silent Monk is just cedarwood as far as the scent profile. The Gentleman's Club has some fun scents in it. Let's see. Other than the base oils, it's got cedar leather, organic rosemary, verbone, Cuban tobacco, vanilla, and we add extra vitamin E for good hair growth and strength. So like I said, Silent Monk, it's just cedar wood. We got Gentleman's Club, and let's see, what's another one? I gotta remember how to pronounce this. What he just said.
Bless you.
So essentially it translates to Black Forest. And other than the suspension oils, which include hemp seed, the scent profile in here, we've got bay leaf, elemi, cardamom, bergamot, rosemary, and vitamin E again. So very musky, woodsy scent profile. And we have several other ones, and they're all just super fantastic, but not scent profile that you're going to find down at Walgreens or CSV or whatever drugstore or grocery store you buy your oils at. So the next step, Bill just took inventory of this first little batch we made up. And so the next step is to figure out what I did with the recipe book so we can make more. That would help. Repeatable process is necessary. Let's sit this back on our shelf. Right there's one. I don't know who that is. Cheers now. Hey, mister, please let go. It ain't your candy anymore. Let go, let go, let go. It's my candy now. What? Shut up.
I got some ice cream. You ain't got.
It's you. I'm Social Security.
Can't afford.
That's horrible. Horrible. What else do we want to do next? We just did the real quick dirty inventory.
Yep.
Now I got to get materials here so we can check out what we got. then you need to figure out since during the day I'm bookbinding in here, it's not really going to be a lot of space to make foils. So would you be opposed to starting at 5? And we
Really?
or 5 is
Until, you're comfortable with what I'm doing.
yeah. Well,
Probably do it at home.
some of it. You'd have to be able to transport stuff. But yeah, I mean, for the first couple of months, so we're going to be writing the business plan, marketing plan. So that's stuff that we need to sit down. We're just going to sit down, we're going to bullshit and take notes, and until we have a nice cohesive legal document. So we can go to the bank and say, hey, give us $1 million.
Right.
Or investors. Yeah. But it's easier to succeed if you have a plan. And so even if we have
It's a nice, simple, rough plan.
I know, you're missing mommy, aren't you? Okay, you're okay.
So much fun.
I didn't like that guitar anyway.
Once you start,
How'd you do that?
I thought there was something sticking out.
Okay, it still sucks. But yeah, just tell me what days you can come, and we'll work a couple hours in the evening and just start hammering this stuff out until we've got something.
Jesus.
Yeah, it is gonna be a problem.
The flash mode, having some money is nice.
Well, next time you come, let's take a look at what I've got online so far. I mean, we start trying to market and sell this stuff. We've got 60-some bottles to start with.
Yeah.
So let's figure out. I'll send you linky dudes. You can take a look. I'll send you linky dudes. You can take a look in the meantime. And
Yeah.
I mean, some of it's really cringy. My early marketing was, well, there it is. Click.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get something a little bit more. Keep it fun, theatrical, but I also want to do some practical stuff. Oh, shush.
Is it still him?
Make sure you shed a lot.
Alright.
Can you imagine this room without that air conditioner?
What's going on with that person?
The building doesn't have air conditioning.
Oh.
Some rooms with some of the newer rooms that they put in heater air conditioner units,
Gotcha.
but like those ones, the guy closest to the unit has the controller, and the next 3 or 4 people get to deal with however that person wants to climate. Well, the one photographer, she was like, yeah, the dude just shut it off. It's in the middle of winter, it's like freaking cold in here,
Right.
and she's trying to do a photo shoot, she has no way of accessing the heat. Yeah, so
That wasn't planned out well.
I have heat, and it's my own heater, I'm the only one on this heater, which is cool, but it's not cool.
Right.
Exactly, so yeah, and that stupid thing, it's good for 400 to 500 square feet. This is closer to 900 square
Oh,
feet.
yeah.
So it's probably sitting there cursing my name as it's just water's pouring out. I think the day before yesterday, it was pouring out about a gallon an hour. So I have to change that tub every 2 or 3 hours.
There's some frog prints down there.
Did you grab yourself a bottle?
What?
Did you grab yourself a bottle?
No, because I still have mine.
Oh, okay, yeah. If
Yeah.
you don't need it, I'll take it. But
No, yeah.
like I said, if you need some. I use my own. I'm not Chess Pro Tour's president.
I'm a member.
I'm a member. that. Got here so I can get some books bound, and
I'll try for tomorrow.
yeah, just let me know. And like I said, I'll be here. I'm here 10 to 6. So if you show up by 5, I'll know I'm here until about 8. And you know, yeah, 2-3 hours. I think serious business plan talk any more than 2 hours, we're both gonna be like, look at each other.
Just put it there. Over with.
All right, man. You have a great one.
You too. I'm off to get vampire.
All right, man.
Later. Bye, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
All right. Let's get some of these done. Always losing my glasses. If you've caught any of my earlier videos, you know that working with vellum is a lot of fun. And what we end up doing is shaping the case before casing it in, and that's what's happened here. Is we've got this cool shape to the case already, and as you can see, vellum doesn't really flex that much. So, making sure the book's in, top is top. Just trimming the corners off of the inner hinge material, because when it went on, it wasn't always exactly centered the way I wanted it. So instead of having stragglers sticking out, I'm trimming them off. Since I'm doing it to one, I'm doing it to all of them. Of course, every time I do this, I'm checking make sure front is front, top is top. Got enough room in my presses to do 7 books at a time. I had ordered another press over 3 months ago, and the guy promised me it would be here in 15 days, or he would ship it in 15 days. That was 3 months ago. Now, a month ago, I kind of got a little snippy with him and said, hey, I need this thing. And he created a shipping label to shut me up, which did for a little bit because I thought he shipped it. And then I checked the shipping, and UPS had not received the package. So it's been a solid month now since he created a shipping label. But still hasn't shipped the damn thing. And I'm a little frustrated because the presses were a bottleneck, and I ordered another one to help alleviate that. And my intent was, if he did well with this press, I was going to commission him to make a larger floor standing press. So what he was going to build was a variation of this. Not quite as large as the daylight opening, but what I wanted to do is have him build one like that was, 5 foot tall. And the guy's name is Alan. when the press does get here, I promise you we're going to do a full review and demonstration of it. I will not be recommending that you buy it from him. He's Alan Tarsa out of Mexico City. And I don't know, while I'm sure he's a fine craftsman, I had been warned by others in the bookbinding community that he would take up to a year to deliver something. And that's why I had a conversation with him right off, telling him that I was working a project, and I needed the press ASAP, and that if he couldn't deliver it in a good amount of time, that I would just as soon buy one from someplace else. And he assured me that he would take 2 weeks and have it shipped out in 15 days. Yep. Like I said, it's been over 3 months now. Every week he keeps telling me, "Oh yeah, I'm going to ship it out. I'm going to ship it out on Thursday. I'll ship it out on Thursday." Yeah. And him not delivering helped me not deliver on time. I really could have used that press. And so now I look bad. And that's why I followed that promise. I made a promise that I couldn't keep, just like he did. And but I'm in the middle of cleaning that problem up right now. As you're watching me, we're going to case these in. So, yeah, prime example of don't count your eggs before they're hatched. I base my time off of an extra press that never came around. So I'm going to end up, if he hasn't shipped it out by Friday, I'm going to have to go after him, buyer protection, fraud protection, contact the bank, have the charges reversed. I hate having to go through that process because it takes time out of my day. And just energy I don't want to have out there, but people suck. So in this particular process, I'm going to be using straight wheat paste, and I'm just casing the book in. It's paper to board. Okay, so the case is already formed. Text block is complete. So this is the easy part, so I don't misregister it. I apologize if this is not a clear shot. I know my camera's lovely desk over there. I didn't plan this out too well when I started that case. I did that on the other workbench. So I have a little more room to play around with this. So I'll press these twice in the next few minutes. First time I put it in the press, I put it in just off of the spine stiffener, and then I'll turn it around and I'll use the edges of the board to actually put in the groove, which is already pre-shaped. It's that initial pressure. It is key. You want to make sure you got really nice, even initial pressure. Give that glue time to bite. Then once I glue these out, I put a moisture barrier in so it doesn't seep through to the flyleaf. what I'm going to do in a few minutes, finish this case and get it out of the way. Yeah, that's what I was saying is this particular cutting mat is so rutted, and I don't really like pressing on it. Gotta pick up a new one here soon. Switch back over to PVA. So a smaller brush. That ain't working. Come on. Ooh, that one real good. All right, so I think I'm back on track with the tool of the week. You start seeing those every Tuesday-ish. I'm trying to get back on track with getting the that Bible restoration. I'm in the middle, so I've edited the video, and now I'm doing the speed ramp up for the parts that are super repetitious. So right now it's a 30-minute video. I'd like to knock it down to almost half, 15 minutes, 20 max. And as soon as I get that done, I'll be doing the voiceover. So rest assured, if you've been watching that, you watched the first one, you're like, where's the second one? It's coming. I apologize. It's really hard to run a business and produce content. So please bear with me. Don't cancel your subscription. I promise you it will be up by Monday. If I can get it up there sooner, I definitely will. I'm going to try and get faster with my editing. But it's like, it all takes time. I'm trying to run, I run a full-time Bookbindery, and it takes a little bit to create that content. Please, please, please bear with me. We've got some cool stuff in the pipeline. Hopefully here in the next week, my help will start actually being here. We'll see. I don't know how any of that's going to work. All right, I'm going to do this over here. Should probably put some wax paper down so it doesn't stick to the table, right? Yep, those are bricks wrapped in book cloth. Yep, that's an old time iron that they would put in the fire. This actually belongs over here. So I do the initial crush thing with everything flat. And then I've got these plastic dowels on the edge of the board to help put a nice rounded groove into the book. So once I'm pretty sure the end paper is pressed nice and flat, put the grooves and the dowels and the grooves. And then I'll press these for a little bit longer. And we'll take them out, open them up, and let them dry overnight. There's a couple different schools of thought. Some people leave them in the press overnight until they're dry. Some people take them out, put them on the desktop, opened up. So, I don't know what you do in your bindery or your home or whatever it is that you're working on. So you won't be able to see it. My other standing press is behind the camera. So once I get these going, I'll be taking them over to that one, but I think you already know what I'm doing. So stuff that we have coming up, Sharon will be coming back in at some point, and she's going to start making some of the brass furnishing for our medieval books, the Gutenbergs and that kind of thing. So we're going to start making a plan on what and how she's going to do that. Some things will be made completely by hand, the way I've been currently doing it. Other things will be punched in a die mold and then finished by hand. But she is the metalsmith, and I need her to come in and talk to me about that so we can get that ball rolling. Marcia, if she starts coming back in, has started a stack of 17th century flexible bindings, which we're going to put Cambridge panel designs on. At some point, she'll come in and I can continue teaching her that. I suppose I could just bring the press over here so you can see what's going on. Okay, top is top, front is front. Centered. Should I do that? Should I bring the press over here so you can see what's going on when I walk away? We can put it at an angle for you. I'm going to sit down and draft up some things that I want to talk about in a video. I'm just going to sit down and have a candid discussion about the business of bookbinding and the difference between, being a hobbyist versus being a professional bookbinder who does one-offs or very small runs like 5 versus restoration versus doing a large book run of, like in this case, 365 books. This definitely opened my eyes to weaknesses that I didn't know I had, areas where I needed to improve my skill, my strategy, tools that are more important than others, like the presses being a bottleneck. Bringing in help, different types of help that you can get. How that'll affect your business. Top is top, front is front. I check it every time because it's so easy to case in a book wrong. And while I'm using paste and I can reverse it, I don't have a lot of material if something gets messed up to replace it if it gets damaged beyond the value of the book. Because these are pretty high end. They're going to sell for around $500 a piece, and people are expecting really well-made products. Love this skin. Did I put plastic in that one? Moisture barriers, but certain materials, the paste will just pass right through it. And if you don't put moisture barriers in, you're going to regret it. And this is one of those papers. It's a Berga 130 gram paper, and it's beautiful, but paste will pass right through it. And it'll adhere your paper to the fly leaf, and it's miserable. So I need to double check. Yes, I didn't put. I'm going to get this thing out of here and get this activation. Oh, looks like it's doing pretty good there. Trust me, given enough time to see through it, well. Press for a bit.
Yes, I just put an amble on that.
So when I get done with this, I'm going to have a few minutes. If you have some questions, I can do Q&A. Put your questions down in the comment. If you're watching this later, put your question down in the comment. I'll still answer you. I would love some interaction. These are the interwebs. Asynchronous communication. I'm not a huge fan of it, but you know it works in some cases. Like these questions. So I'm going to leave these in the press for a little bit, and then right before I sign off at 3, I'm going to take and put the other tray on that case. Now, the other tray goes on a little bit different than you saw me put the first one on, so that's kind of fun. I don't do well on the heat. And even with the AC in here, it is 79 degrees. The best that AC does is take the humidity out of the air, but damn. Damn. It's all right. This over here. So once I put this upper tray onto that case, the last thing, and it'll be done off camera, is I need to cut a piece of cloth that will go inside both trays and across that spine. And then once that's done, this particular case will be complete. Okay, events that are coming up. July 10th and July 17th, BookForge will be hosting City Gallery's Kids Art Camp, and we will be making these cute little drumleaf binding, simplified drumleaf bindings for the kids. We did this a week ago, and on June 26th, and we gave it an hour and 15 minutes. We could have used an extra 15 minutes, and so I think I'm going to suggest they bring them up a little bit earlier. But it went well. The kids walked out of here with some books and a little bit of knowledge, and they had some fun. And that was the important part, is they had fun. Looking forward to the next 2 sessions of the Kids Art Camp by City Gallery. Alright, so let's I'm going to check and see if there's any questions. I'll be right back. I'm not going. Just off camera. Try and not get the stuff on the bench. Lemon cookie. They're tasty. So the case that I'm making is for this Bible. And we did a full leather rebacking on it, some paper repairs. We stripped the spine. We relined the spine, put an Oxford hollow on it. consolidated the leather. We actually had to consolidate the end bands too. They were in pretty bad shape. I'm going to, well, maybe I won't. Yeah, so this is the Bible that this particular case is made for. We do 2 or 3 Bibles like this a month. Some take longer, depending on the condition of the Bible. One may take me 2-3 weeks to do. Another one might take me 2, 3, 6 months to do. So this is the Bible that this case will go on. I'm pretty excited about this book. It's from the 1780s, and it's a large, it's a folio, leather bound. We're going to give it a full rebacking. This will also, we'll take the end bands off, we'll clean the spine. Then we'll rebind the whole thing. Beautiful, beautiful book, and I don't know if you can see that. Printed in 1878, and it's all in French. It's about Venice, and I promise you we will be doing a video series on the restoration of this. You can see the corners are in really sad shape. The spine itself is cracked. I'm going to try and I'm going to try and take the spine off in one piece, but I sincerely doubt it's going to happen. But we'll see. We're going to give it a go. You're wondering what the inside of the book looks like. So it had some water damage at some point. So the first few signatures are, you've got the water damage around it. And it's got some lovely printed plates. So I'm hoping that this camera is seeing enough of that, because I know I'm not holding it up there. Now you get into it, there's less and less water damage, but so the client is not looking for a full historical restoration. He just wants what I refer to as a functional restoration. I'm going to make the book readable, and we'll keep it as period accurate as possible. But yeah, so this should be a fun video. We'll be starting. Excuse me. I'll be starting to shoot this sometime next month. It'll take me a couple weeks to get the book completely done, and of course there'll be plenty of time for me to have to edit the video, put it together into a nice series. That book will probably be in a 5-part series for the restoration of it. Definitely one to look forward to, though. Someplace for this board to live. I think it's going to go right there for now. Yeah, there's so much going on the benches, I don't really have a lot of room to start another project right here. I'm going to show you some fun things. So I'm working on some limp vellum bindings. So I'm going to do 3 or 4 different styles. One or two of them will be more historic. One of them will be more of a conservation technique. And then, give me 1 second, let me grab something. So that one's expensive. So I was watching a video on DOS bookbinding, and he did this this type of binding off of a historical binding, and I can't remember the details right off the top of my head. So I did it with folder stock, and I used some leather reinforcement, and then the long stitches, and of course they've got a pretty little braid pattern there. So I'm taking what he showed in his video using modern sympathetic materials, and I'm going to do the same binding in vellum. So I've got a piece of vellum cut and shaped. So now I'm going to make the spine plates and then get everything punched up, and eventually I'll sew this up in the same manner as I did this one. So something to look forward to. This first one I'll probably do on my own, and then I'll do a video. Maybe I'll do a video doing all 3 or 4 of the different bindings, vellum binding styles that I'm going to try. Now each of these books is going to be, because like I said, vellum's expensive, so half the size of this book, so I can get more done, practice, learn. But yeah, so another video to keep an eye out for. So the reason I showed you that is I love the older structures, the historical structures. I make most of my money off of doing modern bindings, restoration work, but I love everything from like 4th century on. So I keep adding to my knowledge, and as I add to it, it'll appear on here, and I'm going to offer workshops on this kind of thing as I develop more confidence with it. All right. I'm going to give those a little bit longer in the press. The other day on the 4th, I got a little bored and decided I needed a notebook, so I made myself a little BOOKFORGE notebook. Little lovely end papers in it. Tooled in BOOKFORGE on the cover. And it's just a simple blank book for me to make notes on. Oh, excuse me. So I do believe I'm going to leave those in until quarter-2. What else have I got going on that I can show you? I'm going to have to sit down. I need to make some more scrolls. We're running low. I have fun. I make these Egyptian papyrus scrolls. The finials, they're modern. I would love to tool my own, but then I'd have to go get a workshop, a wood workshop, and start doing that. Maybe I'll try and make a friend who has one where I can turn my own. So right now I'm just having fun making these little scrolls. I also found out that my printer will print on papyrus, which is kind of fun. So a lot of times, the folks who buy my scrolls, wedding officiants, and we want to put the vows or whatever on the scrolls, and or the ceremony or whatever. Maybe people part of that, and people sign the scroll who were there. So they ask me if I can print on it. So I got a higher quality papyrus than I had been using, and put it through my printer, and I thought it was just going to eat it. It came out really well, so I'm pretty happy with this. Another historical binding I'll probably be doing a demonstration and or workshop on. So these are little miniature Nag Hammadi models. I think these are made out of goat, which would be fairly accurate. And they're put together with tackets. The inside is lined with papyrus, so what they would do is they would take the old religious text, they took it out, and when they made new cases, they would use that printed old text to line the books. And I don't know if you can see this really well. There's some tackets in there, and again, this is put together with papyrus. These will end up in the BookForge store soon. Definitely by the end of summer. I wanted to make a few more before I post them. I like having these around, they amuse me. So yeah. I make the little ones, and then this one is closer to the actual size, but again, not full size. So we can open it up. So again, you've got the lining with papyrus, and then the papyrus pages, single quire, put in with tackets. And I believe it's modeled after the Nag Hammadi Codice number 13. I'll have to double check that. But it is modeled after an actual Nag Hammadi. I'm going to do a couple more different styles if I can, if I have time. Sake of moving things along. Bring this over here. Yeah, as you can tell, today wasn't very well thought out. I got in. I got the video switch set up so it would interact with the live video, and I just started going, and I really didn't plan out enough for a full session. And I tell you what, holidays, holy cow. Holidays take a lot out of me. It is amazing. Over there for now. Maybe I should set it over here so you guys can see. Yeah, it's amazing how tired you can be after a major holiday. Just draining. I think we should be able to take days off instead of, oh, you get today, one day. You all heard the spoon theory, right? You have so many spoons, and maybe you use a spoon to get up and brush your teeth, take a shower, and maybe you use a spoon to interact with your family in the morning or people on the commute. And maybe you use a spoon at work dealing with customers. Use another spoon at work dealing with your boss, and use another spoon at work dealing with your coworkers. And by the end of the day, you're out of spoons, or and not everyone has the same amount of spoons. So maybe someone else ran out of spoons at lunch, or this person here has enough spoons to go until midnight. Yeah, I don't have that many spoons. So when we have a major event, we went to my son's girlfriend's family's house. Is there a term for that? Son's girlfriend's. For a small barbecue, and yeah, I think I spent most of my spoons for the week there. Don't get me wrong, good people. I just have a low threshold for stuff like that. And I get here, and I didn't know if Marshall was going to show up, so I blew a spoon on that emotionally. And I thought Sharon was going to show up. I blew a spoon on that emotionally. And then Bill showed up, and I didn't blow a spoon, but I used a spoon. I'm just tired. That's just my way of saying I'm tired. I would like to go to sleep for 2 days. Problem is I don't sleep for 2 days. I lay there and think about what I should be doing. That's no fun. We've all been there. Yeah, talking to you guys, and I didn't glue down both sides of that book. Alright, so let's put moisture barrier back in here. When I go to work these, I'll re-hit that. Alright, so that's fine. It's not right. So what I'm going to do simulate the height of the book. There we go. That's lining up really nice. I like that. Now really this will have to dry overnight before it can be opened and have the book in it and bear any weight. So I put the blocks in to help keep pressure down on the bottom tray and to support the upper tray when I put weight on top of it. We'll bring it up nice and square. Sure that the center gets pressed down plenty. Now, like I said, you can see here and here and a little bit there, there's a certain amount I'm going to have to put in a cloth to cover up. And that'll be the final step. I'll be able to do that in a few hours, but I want this to have plenty of time to dry under pressure. So I'm just going to press this down. Too big. I'm going to move this to the other bench so I can do some work here later. But then your box just closes around your book like that. There is not enough room over here. Never mind. This is going to have to live here for a little bit. That's okay. What I'm going to do, put you right there, you out, like you there. My handle big enough to span that? No. Alright. So I'm going to put the handle on that one. And I'm going to put a stack of bricks on this one. Brush in the water to be cleaned a little bit. All right, I think that's going to be about it for today. I think I've shown you about all I can do right now with this bench space. All right, my friends, this is Edward Crayons, the Honey Badger Binder, signing off. On my way over, I'm going to check and see if there's any messages, any comments, any constructive criticisms. And if there is, I'll come back and I'll answer them. If there's not, I'm going to end this live stream 5 minutes early, sue me. But that's where I'm at. I need my bench space back. I'll go work on that bench over there, and the camera's not pointed that way. So, all right. So we'll catch you next week. Coming up on Monday, you're going to be looking for the second video in the Bible Restoration series. On Tuesday, you're going to be looking for the tool of the week, which will we be talking about the finishing press. So earlier this week, we did the lying press. We're going to do its sister, the finishing press, and we're going to talk about some cool things with that. And I'll probably pull in some accessories like tie-up boards and backing irons. All right. Somebody's calling me. Hello. Yeah.